Alright, back working here shop again. Scooby's in the way. So I'm working on my wiring back here for my phase converter from a mill. People want to know how I was going to do that. Hell, I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. So I spent a few hours trying to figure out how to wire a plug. So this is a plug. Got a box around here somewhere. Keep losing everything. Yeah, it's not hard to do around here. There it is, box. I took some notes on how to wire it. Hey, how's those for some notes? Anybody read that? That's called chicken scratch. So basically it's a 3-phase plug, which is 11-ton number, whatever the hell that is, 24 or something. So white's supposed to be neutral, green is supposed to be ground, and then you have line 1, 2, and 3, so you got black, red, and blue. So that's 5 colors. Only takes 4 to make 3-phase, 3 hots and a cold, or neutral. So over here is single phase, which is the other side, I think. So then we got a white, that's a ground, or a green, not sure which. Then you got a black line 1, red number 2, and somehow they had a blue number 3 on a 2-phase. That didn't make sense to me. And then there's a neutral, which is a white. It goes to a silver post on your plug. Now in a 3-phase, the green is your ground. So that's where you start your green wire. So in the single phase, I got 2 hots coming in here, which are 120 each. That's how you get your 220. And then you got this white wire here, which I guess is a neutral, because it sure the hell don't go to ground. There is no ground in this box. So I'm going to go ahead and this goes up into the motor in here, which I was going to open up, but I don't have access to that. Great. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. So unless I disconnect all my plumbing here, I can't rotate the compressor enough to get to that. So maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. Got a lot of connectors. I got that one, got this one, got this one, and this one. 4 of them. Look at that. What are all those connectors for? You know, basically it comes out of the air pump here, which is 2-stage, big cylinder, small cylinder. Big one goes into small one makes high pressure. Goes to this tube, it's really, really hot. Goes through this flex hose, it's really, really hot. Goes into this pipe, which goes up to the top of this cooler, which is basic big radiator. So that's an air-to-air cooler. And look, I got 1,800 hours running time on that. So that goes into here, which goes into here. Now this here is the best water separator I've ever had. So this one goes in either way deep or way short, I forget, and this one goes the opposite. So I'm not sure which one's which. Yeah, it does one of them. I think this one's the long one, this one's the short one. But anyway, this thing will fill up full of water. So anyway, this separates it because the air, cold air goes through here. When the water and air are mixed cools, the water drops out of suspension, the air comes, the lead stays in here, goes through here, into your tank, through this hose here, which is now cool, and goes into your tank down there. It also wires off to our line here that goes to our airlines in our shop. So, and I just got done draining about a gallon of water out of here, and I haven't drained it for years. This I drain out every time I use it. It'll pull out a cup full of water pretty quickly. So, and then this here is our air that goes up to our bee blaster over here. And then this one here goes into our big ass tank down there, because this is not big enough to keep up with this. So there you go, that's how it all works. So anyway, I got to disconnect all these lines to get this out enough to see what that white wire does, because I really need to know what that white wire does before I turn this power back on. After I hook it up to that over there anyway. It's best to know where your wires go to. So that's either going to go to a ground or it's a neutral. And I won't know that until I go into that. I'm assuming it's a neutral. I don't think there's a ground, which means that's not grounded, so if you touch it, you might get zapped. Not sure how that works. Anyway, this is our 3-phase that comes out of the phase converter, because it goes in with 2 wires, comes out with 3 wires. one's a neutral. So this is a 4-wire system. 3 hots and a neutral. That's a 5-wire harness. I got an extra lead in here. So if you have a 5/5 wire in here, then the center one is a ground. The green one turns into a neutral, I think. And not sure all that works. But anyway, basically it's got a big dick up the center right here. Titty that comes out, that plugs into another plug. So then you have a 5-wire harness. I got a 4, I only need 4, so I'll just fold that one back for now. So anyway, you go on the line, it gives you these, you got a G for ground, you have a X on this side, which is on your narrow post. On your fat post you got a Z, and over here is a Y. So the Y is opposite the ground. So basically, your white wire is the neutral in this situation. So that Z is an N, but that's a Z on the computer, but I think it's an N. So you have a ground and you have a neutral, I'm guessing. But that doesn't make sense because we need 3 hots, so I don't know. Whatever. I wired it like that. That's how they wired it. So you got your white wire, your black wire, your red wire, and your blue wire. We don't have no blue, so we have the white takes place of that. Either way, ground starts on that terminal, and it's also the one that has a titty on the side here. So I don't think there's a neutral in this combination. The neutral's over here. We're not using it. So I think we just got 3 hots. But they go black, red, and white, or blue, depending on what order you're doing your hot leads in. That's how it works though. So now I can go over here. So basically got my, this wire here, plugs into a quick disconnect receptacle on the back of that machine over there, which is hard to see, but it's up above those capacitors over there. And the extra cable's over there. So I'm going to plug this into the machine, into the phase converter. We're going to come out of that when we go over to our box over here, through this wire right here. And we need some stuff here to work with. Yeah, some of these tools here. So go over here, and it just loops on around the corner behind everything. Like my workbench here, it's a big one. So I zip tied it to my wall so it's out of the way. I hung the box way over there instead of over here because these drawers open up to here, and you got to pull them out, you come to here. So I can get my drawer out of here without hitting the box. So I put it right next to this electrical outlet here, which makes sense too. And then we already got this one plugged in, which is this wire here, which goes up to around here, goes up the whole, oh, it goes up to the motor up there. Makes a big loop around everything. So anyway, that's how that's connected. And then this here is the air line right here, which runs the power unit over there. And that, I put a brand new outlet in here so it doesn't leak no more. And that goes right in there like that. Like that almost. This doesn't want to stay in. It's hard to do with one hand. Anyway, that goes in there. Alright, so this over here. Lock a foot room around here. So this is our lead here. So we got 3 black wires and a white. And white is the ground. So we have a white post. So here's my white one right here, coming through that. And we have a green, red. So these are all hot wires. So already I can see I'm going to have to modify my color system over there because white is going to be going to a ground, not a neutral. Okay, so we're going to have black, red, and green, or orange. Okay, so it'd be nice if they would actually tell you what these things were. If you have some kind of actual real wiring schematic to use. There's no foot room around here with all this crap in my way. So you put this out of the way. Ooh, look what I just saw. There's a wiring schematic. Oh, on the back side where I couldn't see it. Fancy. What the hell's all that crap? That doesn't mean anything to me. Does that mean anything to anybody? It don't mean squat to me. I'm not sure what all this means. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, great. Yeah, we're this one here, 25. 25. There's no white, red, green, purple. Doesn't tell me a damn thing. Good. I'm sure glad they put that on there. Very important. Okay, so this is going to have to get rewired. So I'm going to take the green out of the green. I'm going to put the white to the green. And then I'm going to run those hots. And this is going to be a ground. And as I recall, the white wire over here was a ground. Or green wire was a ground. No, green was a ground on this side. Let's see here. Ah, it's hard to see under here. Yes, green is ground. They like green as ground. White is actually number 3 post. So you got black, red, white. And I traced all these wires coming up to over there, doing the same thing. So green is going to be ground. Doesn't care what the box says over there. We're changing it. There's a lack of space coming through here. Okay, so green is ground. White is our 3rd leg. Okay, so we're gonna do that over here. So white is not going to be ground. Green is going to be ground. So we're going to have black, red, and white are going to be our 3 post. These are our 3 hots. And we'll go in order: black, red, white. Green is going to be our ground. It's going to go down to where the white terminal, white wire is for this one. And this one will be extra. All right. What's this thing tell us? Anything? Not a damn thing. Good. This is called making it up as you go. Try to interpret what the hell is going on. Make some kind of an educated decision on what to do and do it. Okay, I need all my hands to work. So we're going to put the tripod over here. Electric panel in the way. If I do this just right, you can see over there. What if I move this box out of the way? Oh, look at that. Box is out of the way. Now you got a good view of what I'm going to do over there. I'm going to destroy something, just watch. The thing is, I flip that switch on, we have a lot of sparks or not? That's the question. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is strip off about a 1/2 inch of insulation on the ones we're going to use. I forget what gauge wire this was, but it's big. I'm not using orange. Thinking this is not 8 gauge. This is probably like 12 gauge maybe. Not sure. Probably says in the wire somewhere. Do this one here, green. White is taking way more than a 1/2 inch of wire off. Okay, we got 3 done with the other one, white. Okay, green is this one. Green is going to go down through here, into there. It's going to go into that little post right there. And that's going to take some kind of a little small screwdriver that I don't have. Wonderful. Scooby is checking everything out over there. Yeah, everything's in my way to get out of here. Need a small screwdriver, which is not here right now. Scooby's in my way again. Scooby thinks he wants to go in the house and go eat. Okay, what do we got left? Well, we got this one, or we got one of these. Everything else is gone. One of these two should do the trick. We gotta get that little ground strap over there. Ugh. All right. There's another good view of me, huh? See why it takes months for me to get stuff done? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I know how to drop stuff though. Luckily there's a bunch of crap under the catch. Okay, screw comes up. Green wire. Alright, here's green wire. And make it so it doesn't catch on the mechanism. Right now it's going across all of the mechanisms I don't want to go against. Alright, I think I got it where it'll be free. Okay, so we're not using the orange. So I'm just going to jam that in the back here someplace, out of the way. Boom. Okay, what's left? White. Circles around the top. Goes into a screw. I don't think this electric panel is made for this gauge of wire. We're making it fit anyway. Alright, that one's in. Stick that on the back side. Okay, number 2 is red. Do the same thing. All light is blocked by me when I put my hands in here. Which makes it really interesting to see what you're doing when you can't see nothing. Hands in. And black is our last one. Everything up there out of the way, best you can anyway. Man, everything's in my way. You're not kicking at least 3 things at once and you got too much clearance. Keep kicking everything. Big boots don't help. Okay, so now, we got everything tucked up here nice and cleanly out of the way. So we should be able to make this work here pretty easy like this without getting in the mechanism. So we got green as our ground. Orange we're just leaving laying there. We got our black one's number 2, first one. Red is number 2. And white is pulling up the rear over there. Why is that thing up halfway out of the hole already? It's not moving anymore, so it's good. So this is all tucked up in there nice and clean, shouldn't be any problems. And this stuff here looks like it's a little tight. Now if the milling machine works in the wrong direction, you go in here and reverse some of these wires until you get the right mix. And then it will return. There, power's on. Okay, power's off. We got 30 amp breakers in there, even though it's a 20 amp motor and a 20 amp plug. But make sure you put 30 amp breakers in there, fuses in there, so don't ever shut off. So if this switch up here goes the wrong direction for how you like it, you reverse the wires over there and it will reverse the rotation of the motor. So that way it'll work the way you want it to work. That's the advantage of a 3-phase system. You can make things go opposite directions easily.